Morning, everyone. Welcome to Alpha AI Plus webinar. So in this webinar, we're going to walk you through what is Alpha AI Plus actually, and why it's going to make a big difference in your day-to-day trading, and what is the difference actually between Alpha AI Plus and our traditional quant system we used to trade for almost like 3 years now, right? So what you see in the screen now, this is actually Alpha AI Plus. If you just can see, we just take a trade and almost like 7:20 a.m. my time, which by the way, what I'm showing you now, this AI Plus is actually, you can make it an auto trading, you can make it manual trading just by switching on and off. So I'm gonna just walk you through first what is actually it is. So if you guys can remember, all of you with me in the room or not be in the room before, this is the system we used to trade. So we used to trade this one here. We used to call it Quanta Alpha system. So this Quanta Alpha system has quant system itself, which is going to be this green and red arrows. So you can see, sorry, the green and red stripes, this one here, and this one here, and so forth. This is called quant system signals. And then we have the AI volume, which is the red and green arrows, so you can see. And then we have the supply and demand. So how we used to trade this system is we have also the 100 EMA, the white line, and we have current day high and low, previous day high and low. So in this system, we have 4 signals. We take it manually. The first signal is the quant system, the green and red stripes. So if we have a signal that's short or long, short, the market must be below the 100 to be validate, or above the 100 for long. So in case, in this situation, this one is not valid, and this also one is not valid. This for the S1. For the S2 trade is very simple. When you have an S1 valid that's not valid because it's above or below the 100, we're looking for the any AI volume with the same direction to confirm the trade. So in this scenario, let's assume, let's say this one here is not valid because it's below the 100. Now we're looking for any bar close above the 100 with AI, which didn't happen here. Maybe you can find another one here. This one is S1 valid. This one is S1 not valid, and so on and so forth. This for the, and also this one is valid, S1. So the S1 is, like I said, just a stripe, one system long or short, above the 100 for long, below the 100 for short, and also we must have at least same distance for the first target from the current day high and low, open and close, or previous day high and low, open and close. We must have a room for a target, depending on which target you use, 40 ticks, 80 ticks, it doesn't matter, but you must have a room. S2, if S1 is not valid because it's above or below, we're looking for AI volume, which is this arrows, going the same direction. So let's assume this one is not valid. Let's assume this bar has an AI volume here, because it goes above the 100. There's going to be S2. Which is not, but I'm assuming this is what happened. And S3 is very simple. When you have a market that goes to the area, supply and demand area, like what's happening right now, live, this is actually, if we get an AI volume here or quant system long, we will add our buy limit here for breakout. This is S3. But we must have an AI volume or quant long to break out. For S4, it's an opposite. If we have the market go that direction to that area and then reject it and then give me an opposite signal, and this one must be quant system. It cannot be AI volume. It must be quant system. And it must be the same bar that come back here, reject it, and give me a short signal. Then we add our sell limit here and take the trade. And for the S4, this is the only one we not require the market to be above or below the 100 for confirmation, because it's a reversal. So this is the first signal. We trade for almost 3 years, take the trade every day, very successful, beautiful trades, no more second guessing or stuff like that. But I was thinking, why not we can make the system, and instead of having all this on the chart and looking for breakout or looking for above or below the 100, or we measure the distance to any support resistance, how about we can make a system that actually take all this load and print us this clean 4 signal for us? And not only that, what if we can make this system an option to trade for us if we want, and turn it off to be signals if we want to trade manual at the same time. This was actually my dream for maybe 2 years ago, and then I start working on this project, and it took us almost like 9 to 10 months to develop the system. So what I'm going to show you now, this is actually, and by the way, you have a live trade now. You guys can see this, another live trade long. This is the system we develop. If you guys can see, it shows you signal here, S3 signal, and this one actually it is S1. So it's gonna print the same signal without anything, without analyzing anything, without looking at any, and also it's gonna, I will show you the setting now, it's gonna measure, is it above or below the 100? It's gonna measure the distance between currently high and low. It's gonna look at the AI, it's gonna do everything, for all the heavy lifting. Plus, a lot of another filters you can add to, avoid choppiness. And also, it will add a specific stop loss, specific target lines. So when you are let's see a trade now, it should be in a trade now. Let's see, I see a trade now. Okay, I don't have data now. Anyway, so if this is a trade, it's gonna put you the target here and the stop loss here. All you need to do is just put your line right there and let the market take it for you, or you can make it automated, and then once it's automated, you're not gonna touch anything. Just gonna do it for you. So if you go now to the strategies, I'm gonna show you all the setting in the AI. So this is called Alpha AI plus VX. So if you disable it, I'm gonna disable for a minute to kind of show you what is the setting in this system. So the setting here, the first one is the option of auto trading. So if you turn it on, the system will take trade for you. Turn it off, will be just signals. All this section is about the auto trading. So it's going to show you how many contracts you want to trade, what is the start time, what's the end time. For me, it's like 6:30 a.m. Pacific time, 1:30 p.m. What is the daily max profit, right? What's the daily max loss? You can also add what's my daily profit, what's your daily loss. The other one is the entry offset, which means when you have a signal, after how many ticks the market should add a buy limit or sell limit order, because when you have a signal, it will not take a trade market order, it will take it limit order, as usual. So this is an offset. Stop limit, same thing. And then max scale bars, cancel if touch. This means if we have a if you have a buy limit, let's assume this is an entry here now, and the market never touch it, actually never touch it, and you just go down. After how many bars the system will cancel this limit order and look for another signal? This is actually this one here. And by the way, we have a template I'm going to show you the template. We have a ready template for NQ. 1 minute working on making a lot of templates to different markets. So all this for the auto trading. If you turn this off, then and enable the strategy, you'll be just signals. Okay, and then this signals S1, S2, S4. You can actually disable anyone. If you want to trade only S2, only S4, which you don't suggest, you should just trade all the 4 signals. And then the EMA confirmation length. This is our white line. So this one is 100 EMA. And then the quant, this is gonna be confirming the quant system signal. 8, 20, 50. We have the EMA mini, max, and we have the overall. Just I don't play with this number specifically. Also, we have the AI volume. What is the SMA period for the AI volume? What's the multiplier? What's the follow-up window? Which means the idea of the AI volume is if we have a spike in volume, the market cross the SMA for the volume itself by 50 and cross it 2 times. Then, which means this bar has a spike in volume, then it will actually trigger the AI volume signal. Supply and demand zones. What is the look back bars? How many bars the system should look back to perform the supply and demand area? What is the supply and demand ticks, like the thickness or the area itself? We used to trade NQ 4 ticks, that's why it's 4 ticks now. And then S3 breakout buffer. If you guys remember when we used to take S3 signal here, show you in a second. We used to take S3 signals. Sometimes the market go, in this case, the market touched the area. That's fine. But there's no signal here. There's no AI volume. Actually, this is an AI volume. Look at this. This is actually a very good example. See, look at this bar. This bar is actually give me an AI signal right above, right below the area, right? But how many ticks I should consider this as a signal distance from this bar to the area? In this case, 19 ticks. So in this sitting here, it shows me how many ticks. If the bars didn't touch the area, I consider an valid signal. In this case, it is 1 second here for S3, it is 8 ticks. So I must have 8 ticks, right? Minimum to consider it as an area. Less than that, none. Okay. Reversal buffering, same thing. If you take an S4 for reversal, if the market go up the area and give me a reversal bar for short, but didn't touch it, just almost touch it, what's the buffer? Again, 8 ticks. And also, you can change them, you can tweak them, you can play with it, you can change all of that. Now, the other thing we add, which is very impressive about the system, is we add actually filters, which is going to be option, is going to be add-on to our manual trade usage rate. The first filter, which you already had before, which is the current day high and low and previously high and low. So these two filters, we already have them before, so you're already familiar with this. And the minimum distance to higher low, or this 4 ticks, which means we need a minimum distance to the current day high and low, previously high and low at 4 ticks to take a trade. Okay, timing. Now, also signal on bar close. The way we used to trade quant system is the signal will printing while the bar is performing, which means it's on each tick. We have an option now to make it on bar close, which we prefer now. So the signal will not print until the bar close. So it's going to avoid a lot of false signals at choppiness. But also we can uncheck it and make it on each tick. Cool down bars. Cool down bars mean after how many bars the system will not print signals. Let's say the system print long signal. So if this to 5, the system will not look for any trades after unless it passed 5 bars, which in case 5 minutes if you're trading 1 minute time frame. So it also avoids choppiness. You're not gonna have a bar each. You're gonna have a signal each bar. It will wait at least 5 bars before it looking for other signals. This is a cool down. Also, another filter is called minimum body ticks. If we have a very small size bar, we should take a trade or not. You can see it here. So minimum body ticks mean 3 ticks. If we have a bar that 3 ticks or less, which is very tiny, small bar, there is no signal. Even if it has a signal, it will not print, not valid. You can add it, change it, whatever you want. Now, the big change we have now in this system is we actually have 2 filters, actually more than 5 filters, but 2 ways to filter the market. We have something called primary filter, which is going to be the base, and we have the dynamic, which is very, very, very cool feature. So the primary mean is we can also make it none. Don't use anything. You can use the ADX filter, you can use the EMA slop, you can use the ATR, the higher time frame, whatever you want to do. And each one of these has its own setup. So if you make it none, it's not going to use any filter. If you make it ADX, so the system will use the ADX as a filter. And then you can change the ADX also, ADX period 14, ADX menu 22. And so if the market have ADX less than 22, it will not take a trade at all. If you use it, the EMA slop, same thing. EMA slop look at bar 10, EMA slop minimum ticks, which means the slop means the curve. So if the curve is less than 4 ticks, we'll not take a trade for long or short. If the ATR, same thing. If you use the ATR period 14, ATR ticks. If the market has ATR less than 8 ticks, will not take trades. If you use high time frame, you can choose what time frame you want, minute, day, whatever. What's the value? 15 minutes. So in this scenario, if you use this high time frame and EMA is 50, which means the the system will not look for any trade unless the 15-minute time frame, the market is above the 50 EMA for the 15 minutes time frame, which is, I don't like too much, but it's an option because, it's going to avoid a lot of choppiness, but also it will, it will not take a lot of trades. Or you can actually cancel everything and just, normal. The other dynamic, which is I love, is dynamic day filter by inside versus outside days. So what's inside day versus outside day? The inside day mean is, I'm talking about the daily chart now, which means this the current day open within the previous day high and low. Inside. So the current day is inside the previous day. When you have an inside day, most likely it's going to be a little bit choppy day versus outside. The outside day mean the market open and then pass the previous day immediately. This is the outside day, so the market will actually more, dynamic. You have a bigger range. So in this filter, you can actually choose which filter to use in inside day versus outside day. You can actually which filter to use in inside day, this inside day filter, outside day filter, or you choose nothing. You can actually, and the system will actually check if this inside day, and then it will take the filter you pick, or outside day it will take care of, or you can actually cancel it all and no dynamic, right? Now that other thing, stop at target, show stop target lines. You're gonna show the stop target lines we saw here, red and green, and stop offset, which means when you add the stop target, how many ticks, because it's gonna add the stop below the low of the bar or above the high of the bar after how many ticks. This case I'm making 24. Risk reward, which means, and this is gonna be for the manual or automated. So when you add the stop loss here, when you add our target, are we gonna make it 3-1, 2-1, 1-1, whatever you choose? So if the stop loss risking 100 ticks, and this is 3-1, it's gonna be 300 ticks profit. 1-1, 100, whatever. You can pick whatever. And also there is a template we have here. You can have everything ready for you, but again, you can actually back test it, play with it, right? Dash length. What is the dash line? Thickness. Stop target line thickness. Same thing. What is the stop line thickness? Visual. You can actually change the color of the signal, make it green, red, whatever you want to choose. And text. What's the text offset? Which shows you S1, S2, whatever you want to choose. What is the distance between this text and the bar? So all this setup, we spent, I would say, around 3 months, because there's a lot of settings, man. There's a lot of settings. You can spend like months doing this and play with all the parameters with different market, different time frame, until you find the one that's actually give you a good result. So we have a template here now. You just pick a lot of templates. I'm going to show you and also it's going to be in the members area. So this template is trading in key 1 minute. This one here. I'm going to show you the result of this template for the last 90 days. And again, the cool thing about this system is, that's why I love it, man, is even if you like to trade manual, this is going to be the best thing to do. Why? Because when you trade manual trade, most likely you are not testing your ATM strategy enough. You don't know what is the best stop loss to use, what is the best, and then you just trade like blindly, or you have to actually forward testing and use it like live trading or similar thing for 3-4 months. In this scenario, you don't have to do that. You can actually go and set up everything, make it auto, and just back test it and just see the result by yourself, and go back in the chart and see if the market actually hit the target or no, or hit the stop loss or no. And you can go here and go strategy performance and do like this and real-time historical, and it will show you if we use the same thing. Like, see in this case, in this specific setting or template, the NQ make $18,000 and max drawdown $3,000 for the last 3 months. Someone tell me, okay, but the back testing in engineering is not accurate. I agree, but in this scenario, it's very accurate because you can see. If you don't believe it, just go back in the chart itself and see. See that this is the entry. This is a 1-minute chart. This is an entry. If you take this trade manual, you will take this trade. You'll put your buy limit here. Your profit target will be here, and this you hit your profit. That's it here. And also same. This is a signal here. This is the profit target. Hit the profit target. There's another signal here. Hit the profit target. Same thing. You can see it. You can visualize it. It is not something. Oh, you can actually see it. So if you have this a template like this, you have an option. You want to take it automatic? Just go in strategy, and enable it. Enable the auto trade, or you can actually do like this. Just disable the strategy, and then disable the auto trade. And also we have a sound file here. You can actually add your own sound file to play. So in this template for NQ, we use no primary filter. And we use for inside bar only filter. We don't use for outside. We use EMS lab. This shows the best result. We tweak it, and again, you can play with it. You can change it. You can test crude oil, gold. It work futures, stocks, forex. It work with any market. But all you need to is just change the parameters, and then just enable the strategy, and you'll see. See, it doesn't take any trade. Can print the same signal, but will not take trades. So same thing, just printing the signal, no trades. Hope this one is good now. All right. So the idea here of this system is instead of relying on something automated to take your trade blindly, or taking manual trade without actually backtesting your parameters, backtesting your stop loss and profit target, and trade blindly, you have a system that actually you can add the setting, change the parameters, and it will take the same trade. Either you have it manual or you have it automated. It doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter. But again, if you see the signal, if you want to trade it automated, manual, that's fine. Some people take trade manual. That's fine. You can actually take a trade manual, and put your target here, stop loss here. But again, at the same time, if the system will take trade for you, what's the point of wasting your time and looking at the chart? And we can actually put it in and back and just add it here, and that's it. And turn it on, and it will take trade for you, specific. And also in this specific template, we have a daily profit target for $2,000, and if you guys can see, and daily max loss for 500. So even if you look at the strategy performance, and you can see here for the real time and historical, if you can see the drawdown is so low. 1 second. Oh man. Oh, because the strategy is not on, so I have to actually enable the auto trading. So I have to go back here and just uncheck one here, uncheck this one, and enable the auto trading, and then enable it again. And it should be ready to go. And then you can go actually here, strategy performance, real time and historical. And it will show you this is the result. You can also see the daily. If we of course we have a losing days, but look at the losing days here. 800, 500, 300, blah, blah, blah. This is the max losing days. But look at the profit. Sometimes we make like $4,000 a day, 3 grand, 3 grand, 2 grand, 1 grand. That's why it's make a lot of money, because the stop loss versus the daily profit versus the max profit is huge. It's almost 4-1. Also, if you look at the weekly, we have some losing weeks. We have a lot of winning weeks monthly. Didn't have any month losing month, 3 grand in a month, 5 grand in a month, 7 grand in a month, and this one is still working. So you can turn it on, like I said, you can turn it on to be automated. You can make it, you can trade manual if you want. It doesn't matter which approach you want to use, but all it matter is what is the actual result for the setting you're using, and you have to tweak it. So because this system took from us a long time actually to code it, to make it like you see it now. And it's still, there's a lot of things going to happen in this system. There's a lot of improvement. There's a lot of add-on. We will add it. And by the way, you got to get all of this included. So this is not that something you get and forget. Just to let you know, you have to actually work with that with us, because this is still on a testing phase. It's not it's final, but it's still we test it. We perform another template. Still we modify stuff. So we need your help. That's why we didn't sell this. We didn't sell it to anyone else. We didn't have any ads, any YouTube, any campaigns, any marketing, nothing. We just give it to our community because we need your help. We can have a Discord group. This Discord group will specifically for the AI plus picks. Then we can all of us trade it every day. Either you trade it manual, either trade automated, it doesn't matter. And back test it, play with the template, we give it to you. Make your own. If you have a new template, send it to us. See, this is a template working for me, like for crude oil or gold or RTY. It doesn't matter. Send it to us. We will back test with you, and if it's working, we'll share it to everyone. It's a win-win situation. So when you get the system, if you're not trade automated, just go buy yourself a VPS and run one account automated, and then get another account for yourself too. If you're not trade manual if you want. And you'll see that it's the same signal. It's the same. You guys can see when I turn it off and on, it's the same. Nothing changed. Only difference is the market will take trade for you system. That's it. That's the only difference. And if you don't believe the result, go back to the chart. And by the way, I did it myself. Go back to the chart, pen and paper, and write down each trade if it hit the target line or stop line, and how much money you make. You will see the same thing as the $18,000. I did it. So it is very obvious. There is no, because this one is not, the most likely the back testing for Ninja Trader is not accurate if you're using tick chart, if you're using Warenko, blah, 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 or each tick, especially if you're trading each tick. This one on bar close. And it's very obvious. And the target and stop is a huge distance. So the slippage is not going to make effect. If you have a slippage, like few ticks, it's not going to make effect at all. You know what I mean? So that's what, see now, this one is another one here. This one is hit profit targets. We have, since this morning, we have four winning trades. That's it. So if you catch this is almost $500. This one is almost 300, 200, and that's it. So normally, our plan is actually to give this system by yearly subscription. It's going to be around $3,000 a year. And this is going to be once we done our 50 traders, and we now almost at 32 now. We have almost 18 spots left. So we're going to need 15 traders, 50 from our community to sign up with this very cheap price, which is $497. And once they sign up, you're going to have lifetime access to the system with any upgrades coming, with all the templates, all the videos, all the tutorials, everything you need, with 1 month trading room. And then after the 50, we close it down, and then we're going to start selling this system $3,000 a year license for one machine. The reason we give it this cheap for our community, because we need your help. We need you to be with us, to test it with us, to give us your feedback, how you trade it, how we do it, what else we can improve. We have a lot of we still working a lot of stuff we can add to the system, right? I'm thinking actually we add like a SMS alert, send you a message if you want to trade higher time frame. It is a lot of stuff we can add, a lot of stuff. We can add market volatility. We can add there's a lot of ideas, but so far it is perfect. So far it's doing its job, and it is not require you to do anything. Like you see, this only that chart is blank, nothing on the chart, and please do not add anything. You don't need to add anything. You need to add EMA, you need to add VWAP, you need to add nothing. Just get the signal, put your buy limit, still stop limit, your target or target line, your stop and a stop line, and that should be it. Nothing else. Right, guys? So get this spot before it's gone, because after 50, there is no zero way will be the same this price again, because we spend a lot of money, a lot of effort building the system. All right? Get your spot, join our Discord group, start trading the system, either trading manual or automated, get your template, and start actually making money and show us what's the result. And I would say, that's why I say this is not a get and forget system, because the reason I want to give it to you for this price, because I want you actually to back test it for me. I want you to go, we have it in queue now, go back test crude oil, go back test R2I, go back test gold, go back test silver, and make a template and see, back test for the last 3-4 months and see if you have a better result than mine, even for NQ. If you tweak the settings, and again, it's going to be yours, so change the settings, make filters, change the parameters, do whatever you want to do. I would say spend 1 to 2 days every week, 3-4 hours each day, after work, whatever, and do your playback, do your back testing, see the result, and share result with us. We'll do the same. I spend 3-4 hours a day back testing the system and finding another template and finding another market. That's it. So do not skip this opportunity. I promise this is going to be the last system ever you need in futures. The last one. You're not going to need anything else. You're not going to need to spend another penny on anything else. Someone sell it for you. You didn't need to. This is going to be the ultimate result, the ultimate idea to trade whatever you want to trade. And again, it's very simple, very, very easy. Just put the strategy on the chart, upload the template, and enable the strategy for automated or not automated. It doesn't matter. And let it go. And just, take the trades, and that should be it. All right? And just be aware, if you're going to trade the system manual with the same result, be aware that system trade from 6:30 in the morning Pacific to 1:30 Pacific. Which means if you want to make the same result or similar to this result, you have to trade this all time. You can just take one trade a day and they say, oh, I didn't make 18. No. Because this result is from the whole market time. So, and also it is max profit per day, $2 grand, max loss 500. So if you trade, you make $500, you have to keep trading to get the same result. Because this is a trading. This shows you, if I trade from this specific time to this specific time, this is how much money I make, and this is how much money the drawdown. So you have to be mindful about this if you are trading manual or automated. That's it, guys. I don't want to take so much time from you. You should be, whenever you watch this video, you should find the link below for the subscription. Again, it's one-time fee. It's not gonna be any recruiting charge, and this one-time fee will cover everything. Will cover the system itself, all the templates, any update in the future. You're gonna join our Discord group. You're gonna have 1 month free for our trading room. Join us in the morning to trade. Plus, you're gonna have any demo happen or anything happen in the future. This system, you will have it for free. Any updates, anything happen, we always working on our system to improve it. That's it, guys. See you all in the trading room. And again, take this system seriously. Do not think, okay, I got a bot, I'm gonna run it. It's a money making machine for me. I'm gonna go to vacation. This is not the time. You will eventually. You will. But the time now, we need some work. We need to run it and do another template, back test it, and see 2-3 months, and then you say, okay, no, that's what I'm going to trade. This is my portfolio. I'm going to trade NQ in this market. I'm going to trade R2I. I'm going to trade blah, blah, and then this is how much money I'm going to make. And then you can actually leave it alone. Okay? So it is a very, very promising system. Very promising. You will love it. You will enjoy it. And yeah, hope you see you all in the trading room very soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.